What's going on, everyone? This is Kevin here, coming at you with my hands-on and first impressions video of the Motorola Moto G Play 2021. So let's get started. Now, this device was launched very recently in January of 2021. This is the factory unlocked variant of the phone, and at least at the moment, I don't know if, when, or ever it's going to make its way over to carriers. Now, obviously, since it is factory unlocked, you can use it with any carrier in the US, but I'm also looking forward to it potentially being sold directly through the carriers because they do tend to offer their own various discounts. But to see the most up-to-date pricing and availability for the phone, I have linked it in the video description. Now, with the Moto G Play 2021, we're getting a very large display at 6.5 inches. The display itself is IPS LCD. It is 720p. We're getting a PPI of 270. We're getting a 20:9 aspect ratio, so a more narrow but taller form factor, and we're getting an 80.6% screen to body ratio. So in general, pretty small bezels all around. We do have a water drop notch though, and then a little bit of a thicker bottom bezel here. But I think the display does look really nice. Colors are good as well. And in general, I don't think it looks bad. Now, in the water drop notch, the front-facing camera is 5 megapixels, and stay tuned for my full review video about this phone to see a variety of different photo and video samples. Now, internally, here with the phone, we're getting 32 gigabytes of storage, and we're also getting microSD card expansion. Now, since getting this device, I have installed a variety of my own applications, but that's pretty much it. So between that and the system software that comes preloaded here, you can see that I've already used 58% of the internal storage. So definitely, if you do plan on getting this phone, I would recommend pairing it up with a microSD card, so at least you have a little bit more storage to work with, because this really isn't enough. Now, there's no wireless charging here with the phone, but on the back, we do have a fingerprint sensor. We'll give that a try right now. So that was very quick. Let's try that out one more time. Very nice. So definitely a nice, reliable fingerprint sensor here with the phone. In addition to that, the Moto G Play 2021 does support Face Unlock, so another method to accessing the phone. Now, on the back side of the device, we have a dual camera setup. We have a 13 megapixel main camera and a 2 megapixel depth sensing camera. So this phone does support portrait mode for both the rear and front cameras, which is definitely really awesome. So here's how things look on the camera app. This is with the main camera right now. Then from here, we can go over to the settings to access some other photo modes, including portrait mode, to get those blurred out backgrounds. And then from here, we can flip around to the front-facing camera to take selfies, whether that is in portrait mode or in the regular mode. So this phone is lacking an ultra-wide-angle camera and also a macro camera, but at least for the cameras that it does have, things do seem pretty decent so far. Now, of course, again, I am going to have to test this out quite a bit more, and in the full review video, I'll have a full detailed analysis on the photo and video quality. Now, internally here with the phone, we're getting 3 gigabytes of RAM and the Qualcomm Snapdragon 460 processor. Now, this is actually the first time that I've ever used a phone with the 460, and I did run a Geekbench 5 benchmark test, and I'll show you the scores right now. But I got a single core score of 219 and a multi-core score of 1058. So it's actually not too bad. And what I recommend doing is running this test on your current phone and then compare your scores to these scores to get a better idea of whether or not this phone is a performance upgrade. Now, as far as video recording goes with the phone, we are limited at 1080p at 60 FPS with the rear camera and 1080p at 30 FPS with the front camera. Now, this phone features a very large battery at 5,000 milliamp hours. That's definitely very impressive, and that's actually the same battery capacity as the Moto G Power, so that's even more impressive on top of that. Now, this phone does support 10-watt fast charging, so you will be able to recharge your Moto G Play pretty fast. Now, there's no NFC with this phone, unfortunately, so if you are looking to use your phone for mobile payments, then you probably will want to get something else. Now, the software on here is Android 10, and I don't know if, when, or ever it's going to get Android 11. However, I do have a feeling that it will eventually get that update. It is a pretty stock experience. We do have a variety of different Motorola features mixed in, which I will go into further detail about on my tips and tricks video. But in general, Motorola, now and in the past, has done a good job with their software, keeping things nice and clean and reliable. But now that we've gone over the major specifications of the phone, let's take a closer look at everything that comes included in the box. So here is the box that the phone does come in. We get a USB-C cable for charging and data transfer. We get a 10-watt USB wall adapter, we get some literature, and then we get a SIM card removal tool. But let's now take a closer look at the hardware of the phone. Now again, taking a look at the front panel, we do have that water drop notch at the top and a little bit of a thicker bottom bezel. But in general, I think this phone does have a pretty good design, and everything with the phone is definitely focused on being as practical as possible. Now the entire build of this phone, besides the display, is made out of plastic. Taking a look at the left side of the device, we do have the slot for the micro SD card and SIM card. Then on the right, we have the power button, volume down and volume up. Then up top here, we have the 3.5mm headphone jack, and we also have the noise canceling microphone. And then on the bottom, we have the microphone, USB-C port for charging and data transfer, and we have the speaker. On the back side of the phone, we have the camera module, flash, and fingerprint sensor. And you can also see that we do have a matte gradient finish on the back of the phone. I think this does look really nice. And also, it doesn't pick up any fingerprints as well, which is another additional bonus. So I think it's a really good looking handset. It also feels nice and sturdy and of good quality. So in general, I have no complaints about it. But I hope you enjoyed my hands-on and first impressions about the Motorola Moto G Play 2021. Definitely let me know what you'd like me to cover about this phone in the comment section below. I do have a variety of different comparisons planned, as well as a tips and tricks video and a pros and cons video. And then, of course, eventually I will be making the review as well. But again, I hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one.